Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So a day or two ago, I let you know that Microsoft had shut down a Windows 11 background service performance rumor, where the rumor claimed that Microsoft had quietly added a service that can unnecessarily slow down desktop PCs. I'll leave the video linked if you'd like some more information because it has helped quite a few people out. Now, just to kind of give you an update, where the service in question is this service, as I mentioned previously, WHESVC. Okay. It's also known as the Windows Health and Optimized Experiences service. And it runs in the background on every Windows 11 installation, which Microsoft said it introduced back in 2025, as I mentioned in that previous video. And what it does is it checks things like your CPU load, your power profile, your thermals, your battery charge, and your screen brightness, just to mention a couple of functions it performs in the background on your PC. Now, over and above that, this service can even adjust settings like brightness or power mode when something crosses a threshold. So that's doing that automatically in the background. And on laptops, it actually powers Adaptive Energy Saver, which is a feature that automatically dials in battery saving settings when your laptop needs it. So on a laptop, as an example, it's quite an important service, especially if you're running your laptop more on battery than AC. Now, according to Microsoft, if you are concerned about this service, there's nothing to worry about, because the entire process, according to Microsoft, happens locally and doesn't leave your PC unless you tell it to. So it doesn't send data to Microsoft every 15 minutes like the original viral X post claimed by Silly, as I mentioned, by the user Silly over on X. Check the previous video out for more information. Because according to Scott Hanselman from Microsoft, as I mentioned, data is only sent to Microsoft and only leaves your PC if you manually submit it through Feedback Hub. So this is especially handy, this service, if you are in the Insider program, as an example, to give Microsoft feedback regarding the OS and up-and-coming new features. So according to Microsoft, you have to actually manually submit that data to them through the Feedback Hub. Now, when it comes to resource hogging and slowing down your PC, it basically will have zero to no effect on your PC's performance. So as an example, if I head into my task manager and I head to services and I type in WHE to bring up the relevant service, here we can see WHESVC, Windows Health and Optimized Experiences. And I take the PID, the process ID, which is 8236, and I head to processes and I type that in here, 8236, which is the ID for the process. We can see Windows Health and Performance. We can see most of the time it's using 0% of the CPU and only about 22, 23, maybe 24 megabytes on this PC. So at the end of the day, it's literally not using up any of your resources in the background. So at the end of the day, you need to be the judge of whether that's too much, even running as little as 22, 23, 24 megabytes in the background on your PC. Now, the next part of this video is if you want to disable the service, because the case for disabling it comes down to whether you want the functionality it provides, as I mentioned earlier. So if you're on a desktop with no battery to manage and you never plan to submit a Feedback Hub report to Microsoft, then I think you could safely say you can disable the service, because it isn't going to be doing much for you day to day. And I think for most people, turning off this service is not worth the effort for your average home user. But as mentioned, if you'd rather disable it for whatever reason, then this is how you would do it. You would head to your search, just type in services, click on that, and that'll open up your services, and you just go right down to the bottom and you look for Windows Health and Optimization Experiences. You can see it's running on automatic delayed start. You just double click on that. You would stop it from running And then you would change it from automatic delayed start to disabled. Click on apply and OK, and there we go. It's disabled and will stop running in the background if you want to disable it for whatever reason. So I hope this sheds a little bit more light on what's going on with this Windows Health and Optimization service. And I personally think for your average user from day to day, just leave it alone. I don't think it brings any benefit in actually disabling it, but you be the judge of that. Also, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.